Hey students, this video recording is intended to help you out with Mr. Wing's Cool Country Report. If you weren't there or if you need a review, everything will be here, but I'll move fast, so you might need to pause or rewind. Okay, as with everything wonderful in the world, you're going to start at the Ridgeline homepage to go to the best source for this country report. On the Ridgeline homepage is my library. Click on that little book and that will take you to whatever I happen to have right now on the Ridgeline homepage. You're going to go to Utah's Online Library, and you can get to that by just Googling and going straight there. But if you're at home, they do put up a paywall. It will ask you if you're a Utah student, and then it will want to know if you have a username and password. And there they are, right there on the screen. Every year I update this button. Right now the username is online. The password is database, so you'll be typing that in. Today, the reference source that you're going to use is a little different than you've ever used before, maybe. You're going to use this Culturegrams reference source. This has a little bit on every country in the world. So click on Culturegrams. You get to a main screen like this, and you're going to click on the World Edition. It will pop up with several options, but the best thing is the map. And since you know that your country is in Europe, you're going to click on your country in Europe and then into the country, and it will take you right to a home page like this. Now, I've chosen to use Spain as my example here. Yours will look a little bit different, but pretty much the same. So, first thing you're going to do is scan down through all the options. There are some on the left and the right, but I want to show you how to do the map. This is the little box you have on the top right-hand side of your paper that you have to do. I think the best way to do this is to get your screen to the right size, as I've pictured over here, and set your paper right on top and trace it. You might have to zoom your screen a little bit, in and out and in and out, and get that and trace your map. Make sure you put your name of your country there, and you might include a few important like countries that are right there by the side or the capital, things like that. Please do that. Another thing that's hard is also on the right side right underneath the map is greetings from, and it's going to say Spain or your country, but what would appear on a postcard? And so it needs to be some type of a landmark. Let me show you how to get to something good for that. If you go to your main page, this is again the Spain page, I'm going to choose to look at either the photo gallery or the slideshow. Again, these are photos that you'd be interested in, so that's exactly what would be on a postcard. This is the Spain collection. Now you can see that some things are not going to be good postcards. This is about faith or religion in the country, but that is not a great postcard, or just a woman standing there. But some of them are very, very good. I'm going to choose to do the Plaza Mayor, which is the main square in Madrid. So if you click on that, it takes you to the picture, and you might need to do your best to recreate that picture. You're welcome to print it really, really tiny and glue it on there or sketch it out. But most importantly, it is the words that you see, the description of the place. So sometimes students start copying and they just stop in the middle of a sentence. So make sure that you read this, put it in your own words, and just say this is there used to be a site for bullfights and even public execution, and it's surrounded by places where people live, and it's a very popular gathering place. So just a quick little description of why you chose that place. Another thing that this section of the photo gallery is really good for is that travel brochure. Now under the travel brochure, it can have lots of different things. It can have the food. Here's the sample food. It can also have maybe the cathedrals, or even the flag or the people. You're gonna have flags somewhere else, so don't do that. But things that are visually interesting. So you need 5 pictures of something that is interesting. Scan through all those photos, maybe the slideshow, to find 5 things to include in that little travel brochure. Very important citizen is a little bit hard to do. It looks like you need the name of the person, a picture, and just one little tiny thing after his dates, his or her dates. To find that, there is a famous people section on the right hand side. When you click on that, all it does is give you a list. So you're going to have to pick the person and then Google them to find the picture. So, for example, I'm going to pick Manuel de Falla. He's a composer, and I know his dates there. I also know what he's famous for. The only thing I'm missing is a picture. So I'm going to Google him, and this is what came up for Manuel de Falla. It is the right guy. He's a Spanish composer. And look, he'll be easy to draw because he's bald. So specific dates right there, and it tells what he's famous for. So you have everything you need for your famous person. Another one that's a little bit tricky, especially with Europe. In Africa, this isn't as big of a deal, but in Europe, animals. So we need to find an animal that lives in the country. So you're going to name the animal, say that it lives in the country, and here's something interesting about it. You're going to probably have to Google it, and I did. I just Googled animals in Spain. It gave me a list of several. I chose the Iberian wolf because I thought that sounded interesting, but I could have chosen any of these. Then I'm going to Google Iberian wolf, and this is what came up, and that's all I need. I just need a little bit about this. Tell me something interesting. I thought this was interesting. There's lots of wolves, and they're isolated from mixing with other wolf populations, so they're very unique. It is very much a Spanish wolf. So I'm going to list the name and tell you a little bit about the name and draw a lovely picture of a little wolf on my page. So that's what's going to go on the animal trading card. Just the facts is just quick stuff. Obviously, the capital. This is mostly found as you scroll down on either side. There's a section on government, there's a section on the language they speak, the population, a little bit about the climate. So if you scroll down on both sides, you will see the little quick details that you need. Also in the middle, you'll see the flag, the capital, some other information like that. So I've told you all the things that will be particularly hard. I haven't told you everything to find, but pretty much if you stay in Culturegrams, you're going to be able to use that academic resource for this academic work. Remember, you're going to start at Ridgeline High School, go into the library, Utah's online library, and go from there into the Culturegrams. If you have any additional questions, please contact me. Come on into the library and I can help you figure this out. Thanks.